there, it's Elise Kopp, your realtor here in Las Vegas. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me here on my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here, welcome back. Either way, really happy to have you here. Just a little bit about myself. If you are new, my name is Elise Kopp. I'm a Vegas native, born and raised here, and I am proud to be a Vegas native. I service the greater Vegas area, Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. Do specialize in our 55 plus communities, but please keep in mind that I do service our traditional non-55 plus communities all over the Las Vegas Valley. So if you find yourself potentially considering a move to the Valley, I would love to be your one-stop shop, learn a little bit about your story to see if we're a good fit and if the greater Vegas Valley is for you. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, I would so appreciate it if you could leave a like on today's video and also subscribe to my channel. It's free, it helps me in making these videos for you, and I really appreciate your support. So thank you. Now that we've got that covered, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be discussing in today's video. And that is going to be Del Webb at North Ranch, the pros and the cons. Now, I have shared some videos on Del Webb at North Ranch in the past, done some video tours of a few move-in ready homes in the community. So if you would like a more detailed breakdown on the community and what life would look like there, please feel free to check out that video. I'll link it down in the description box below. Also, if you find yourself interested in Del Webb at North Ranch or might want to tour the community in person or virtually, I will leave my phone number here on the screen. Please feel free to reach out and I'd be happy to get you in to see this community in person. Now, Del Webb at North Ranch is Del Webb Pulte's new build community in the northern portion of the Las Vegas Valley. There are several pros and cons to living in this community that I'm going to share with you. So without any further ado, let's talk a little bit about the pros. The first pro I'm going to share with you to living in Del Webb at North Ranch is going to be the fact that this is a newer community. Now, Del Webb at North Ranch had their grand opening back in 2020, and they have just shy of 400 homes. If you want brand new construction or potentially a newer home, which comes with all sorts of warranties and of course newer mechanicals, newer cosmetics, that is definitely something to keep in mind in this community. The second pro I'm going to share with you is the fact that Del Webb at North Ranch is a resort-like community. Most of our 55 plus communities offer a resort-like lifestyle in the sense that you typically have a clubhouse, one if not multiple pools, spas, fitness centers, and all sorts of amenities, and Del Webb at North Ranch is no different. You have 2 outdoor pools, a spa, a great clubhouse which offers a fitness center, techno gym equipment, which recently learned is the same equipment that the Olympians use to train, so good quality equipment. You have pickleball courts, a dog park. So if you're really looking to be connected and to have all the amenities that come with being in a resort-like community, this is definitely something to keep in mind. The third pro that I'm going to share with you is the fact that Del Webb at North Ranch offers tremendous home values. If you're looking to get really good bang for your buck and you're looking in different pockets of the Las Vegas Valley, whether it's Lake Las Vegas where Del Webb Pulte is building a new build community, or you're looking in Summerlin or the Southwest or wherever it may be, you're gonna find that if you're comparing prices in the new north portion of the valley in Del Webb at North Ranch, you can get really good bang for your buck. It's possible in this community to get a single family, single level, detached home, no shared walls, in the 400 to 500 range. So if that's important to you, definitely something you'll want to consider. The fourth pro I'm going to share with you is the fact that Del Webb at North Ranch offers really easy access to the 215 Beltway. If you've seen some of my previous videos, I joke that the 215 and I are like this, and that's because the 215 Beltway makes a big ol' loop around the Las Vegas Valley. It takes you from North Las Vegas to Summerlin to Henderson and can get you to each of those places fairly quickly. You're usually not driving more than 30 to tops 45 minutes, if that. Usually it's much less. But being close to the 215 is awesome in the sense that it's going to get you around the valley really easily, so that's definitely something you will want to consider. And the fifth and final pro I will share with you today is the fact that Del Webb at North Ranch is situated minutes away from shopping, restaurants, medical. For my veterans, you are also minutes away from the VA hospital, which is definitely something you may want to keep in mind. But I mean, minutes away from Del Webb at North Ranch, less than a mile, you have a Smith's. You've got Costco located about 10 to 12 minutes away from you. All sorts of medical facilities, restaurants, minutes away. You're never having to drive more than 5 to 10 minutes to any of those facilities. So that is something you may want to keep in mind if you're exploring this community. Okay, so now we're gonna talk a little bit about the cons to living in Del Webb at North Ranch. Now, the first con I'm going to share with you is the fact that this community is considered a boutique style 55 plus community. There are less than 400 homes in Del Webb at North Ranch. So if you are used to the large Sun City feel that you may have thousands of homes within a community, multiple clubhouses, this may not be the right community for you. It's a smaller, more intimate community, which is great if you want to be in that environment, but it is something you may want to keep in mind. The second con I'm going to share with you to living in Del Webb at North Ranch is the fact that the surrounding area is still developing. I've shared videos in the past talking about different pockets and new builds throughout the Las Vegas Valley, and builders are trying to fill in each of the various pockets that they can fill in. Now, because our city is not fully developed yet, and because Del Webb at North Ranch is located in the new north portion of the valley, there is still some construction and development going around in the surrounding areas, commercial and residential. So if that's important to you, you may want to keep that in mind. There's still more growing to be done. Can be a beautiful thing, but it's not for everyone. The third con I'm going to share with you today is that Del Webb at North Ranch is a little bit further out than some of the other communities I've covered here in the Vegas Valley. Del Webb at North Ranch is about a 25 to 30 minute drive from the Las Vegas Strip or the airport here in the valley, the Harry Reid International Airport. I know 25 to 30 minutes may not be a trek if you're used to living in a large city, but that is definitely something you will want to keep in mind. You are gonna be traveling a little bit further to get to downtown and the airport. The fourth con I'm going to share with you to living in Del Webb at North Ranch is the fact that because this community is newer construction, you are typically, of course this is subject to the lot you actually sit on, but typically you are going to get a smaller yard for a community like this if you're comparing it to an already established older community like a Sun City Summerlin or Sun City Anthem. If having a smaller yard is something that's important to you, we will need to have a discussion and we can zero in on the larger lots in Del Webb at North Ranch. I'd be happy to walk you through that. But that is something to keep in mind, especially if you're a person who may want to put a pool or a spa in your backyard. Definitely something to consider. And the fifth and final con I will share with you to living in Del Webb at North Ranch is going to be the fact that you are situated on fairly flat land. Now, there are mountains surrounding Del Webb at North Ranch, so it's not impossible to see the mountains from your front or rear yard, but if you're used to being in a hilly environment or you like the idea of having a fantastic city view, that is something you will not get in Del Webb at North Ranch. You may get mountains if you're lucky, but being on flat land is going to limit you views-wise. So that covers just a few pros and cons to living in Del Webb at North Ranch. There are many other factors you may want to consider if you're interested in this community. So if you are, I will leave my phone number here on the screen. Please feel free to reach out, call me, text me. I would love to connect with you and learn a little bit about your story. But I hope this gave you some good food for thought on Del Webb at North Ranch. As I mentioned, I'm not limited to just this community. We've got nearly 30 other 55 plus communities, and I am also happy to help in our traditional non-55 plus communities if you decide that makes sense for you. So with all that being said, thank you so much for taking the time to watch today's video, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.